I'm back with another video. So today's video is going to be giving you guys a little bit of background on embryo donation and adoption. And I thought it was really cool to be wearing this shirt today because it says Mama in the Making, IVF Strong. And that was like the cutest little thing. I got this off of Etsy, which has all different colors and stuff, but I really like this shirt. And I tend to wear it often just to give me a little bit of good luck. But so today we're going to go into what is embryo adoption and donation. So embryo donation basically happens when a couple goes through IVF and they have extra embryos left over that they can either donate to another couple, donate to science, and or throw away, which is the same thing as donating to science because they test them and then they basically are no good and get thrown away anyway. So those are the options that couples are given when they have an excess of embryos that they did not use or that they felt that their family was complete and wanted to donate to another couple. So I was aware of this option due to me having to sign many consents each time we started another cycle. So I was able to ask my clinic about whether they had any couples in their clinic that was willing to donate or offered to donate their embryos. And unfortunately, we have a very small clinic here in Virginia where I am, and they don't have as much leftover embryos from couples to donate. So after learning that, I basically kind of went rogue and joined a Facebook group for support for IVF and people who are kind of going through the same struggles. And I posted that we were looking for donated embryos, and we didn't have a preference of what race, what ethnicity, I guess it's the same thing, but we didn't have a preference on what they looked like or what features they had, just as long as they were multicultural. And coincidentally, within like 2 hours of me posting that, someone reached out to me. It was like, hey, we would love to talk to you about donating our embryos to you. What? So that kind of took us by surprise, getting a response so fast. I was kind of expecting this process to take a while because I really didn't think it was a possibility, but surprise, surprise. So after getting that message, we posted that in December of last year, and we kind of talked with our donors a little bit and got to know them, and we kind of finally got to a point like at the end of January we were just like, okay, yes, we definitely want to donate to you guys, and let's start getting the ball rolling with the legal contracts. So a lot of people go through, let's circle back. So the difference between embryo adoption and embryo donation is those terms kind of get a little confusing to some people, because when you're donating to someone, it's kind of illegal for them to charge you for those embryos, whereas when you go through an agency, you're adopting the embryos, and you kind of go through a formal adoption process such as a background check, a home study, and all that jazz. So when you go through an agency, it's essentially you're adopting those embryos as if you're adopting a child. However, our situation is embryo donation, and we were matched privately through Facebook, and we went through an embryo donation contract where they gave us the embryos for free. Again, when you go through an agency, that's kind of all tied into all the fees. I think I've read that they can be up to like $10,000 for that cycle in itself going through an agency, including the eggs, whereas we did not have to we were not charged for the embryos because we matched privately and they were donated to us, and we decided to go through this process outside of an agency. So I hope that cleared it up. But Yes, so once we kind of finalized that, yes, we are a match, we drew up our donation legal contract, basically giving us legal guardian, making us legally their parents, essentially. So we went through the NRFA website and the National, I don't know, I can't remember, but I think it's NRFA, and they have their whole legal team who draws up the contract for you. The only thing we need to do is read it on both of our ends, make sure all the information is correct, notarize it, and send it back, and then they send us a final copy, and we both sign, and that's it. So that process took about maybe 1 to 2 weeks, just because scheduling, us and the donors wasn't able to get to things as quickly. But that process like I said, it took about 2 weeks to get everything signed and notarized and back. So after that, we had to go through CryoStore to get them shipped to us, and that's basically the standardized company to ship embryos that I've heard of. And from our donors live in Indiana, and we live in Virginia, so we paid to get them shipped with insurance. I think we got the premium package where it covered up to $25,000. It's kind of up to you whether you want the insurance, because when you think about it, the insurance really doesn't cover the worthiness of those embryos, because yes, you get that $900 back you paid to get them to you, but all in all, you're still out of a kid, you're out of a dream, you're out of all your all your hopes and dreams just shattered because of, they're lost in transit or stuff like that. So that insurance really doesn't buy you that peace of mind, you know what I'm saying. But we got the insurance just because it's just kind of extra assurance for us, knowing that we will be able to track them every step of the way. And yes, if all else fails, we would get our money back, but it still kind of wouldn't have meant anything. We still would have been out of luck. So we set up, once the embryos were in our name, the clinics kind of coordinated with each other, swapped records from the donors, making sure that the embryos were quality, that they could ship. And that process took about, I want to say about 2 weeks as well. Just, kind of slow boating the embryos. The clinics can be a little slow, but yeah, that took about 2 weeks. And then last week we finally got the okay for them to be shipped, and it's overnight shipping, so that's pretty great. And they were picked up on the 1st, and we just got them a couple of days ago. So, well, a week or so ago. So we were really excited about that, and we are still in contact with our donors. Upon our agreement, we agreed to do a open adoption, which we want to keep, since they already have a daughter, and it is our donor's husband's genes. So our donor also had fertility issues, so she had to go through a donor egg. So it's donor eggs and donor sperm. It's kind of a double donor. So it is genetically her husband's child with a donor egg, and that's the embryos that we received as well. So we decided to keep a open adoption between us and them, and just so we can swap pictures and videos and stories, and kind of keep the kids in contact with each other if they ever had questions. And we just want them to continually know each other, and be aware of their unique situation. So that's that. We have a great donor family. I really like our donors a lot. They're really down to earth and just kind of awesome. I can't say any more great things about them. They're a total blessing. But yes, so we are, so that's kind of the background story of our adoption donation story. So we are, again, we're still just waiting on Aunt Flo to get here. I've never wanted my period to get here any faster than going through IVF. So that's kind of where we are. We got our 4 little frozen embryos on ice, little M babies on ice, and we cannot wait to transfer them. So we are transferring one at a time. I know a lot of people normally transfer 2, but my husband and I decided that we want to transfer one at a time because it will be easier to gauge any issues in between. So if we transfer 2 and there's a problem and it doesn't work, we won't know why it won't work and which one didn't work because of what reasons. Whereas if we transfer 1, we can kind of evaluate, you know, is it a medication issue? Is it a my body issue? It would be easier to tweak the outcome one by one rather than losing multiples at a time. So that's what our plan is going forward. So like I said, we're really excited. We're keeping busy doing all the things. I'm really excited to see The Lion King this week, so that's kind of a highlight. Trying to keep busy, keep my mind active, which is primarily why I chose to do this channel as well. It kind of keeps me active and kind of an outlet for me. So I'm really excited about this, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please click and subscribe to our video and click the notification bell up top to get all of the updates and notifications of when I post a new video. So my next video will be most likely when my cycle starts and we get the go ahead to start our FET cycle. I look forward to seeing you guys next video. Bye.